Uh, when you mean theme cruises, I will say I done the bloggers cruise. Will that be a theme cruise?
That would be probably more of like a group
Okay.
cruise.
So let's
Theme,
say
theme, theme, theme like 80s Star
oh
Wars.
no, 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 no. I haven't been that lucky. I know I did a few of those back in the 80s or 90s, but it escapes my memory right now. I don't recall much from those days.
Yeah.
Sorry, just the way
Yeah.
it is.
And on the first point, it's just asking about is there a difference between a regular cruise versus a theme cruise? And the answer to that one I found was a theme cruise is built around a specific interest, offering exclusive events and community vibes not found on regular cruises. So now, to me, I would want to try a theme cruise one day down the road,
Okay.
but what would it be? I don't know yet.
If you ask me, I know what I want to do, but um, hold on. Jesus Christ, what is this? I'm in the wrong spot. This is why. Let me get cleaned up here. Hold on. Now that I got it. Oh yeah, yeah. Hold on.
In the meantime, we're going to welcome people on into the chat. Hello, Baminola. Welcome on in. And if you haven't already, please cast your ballot, we're going to call it, on the poll inside my chat, which you will find it on my stream. And it's asking about would you want to do / try a themed cruise in the upcoming years / cruises. You got yes, no, maybe, and you already have. Right now, we have a tie at 50% with 2 votes of a yes and a no.
Wow.
So at the end of the stream, we will end the poll and we will see what are the viewers saying. For the second point I came up with asking is, are their themed cruises more expensive and do they deliver enough value for the higher price?
I think they're a little bit higher because of the expense that they have to pay whoever they're bringing in into the cruise. There might be a slight change on it. They might be added to the already to the fare that you're paying for, and you might not see it. Um, there might be a few things on the ship that you have to pay extra for it. They might be selling us shirts or something. If it's like a rock group or something coming in, they might be selling shirts, CDs, or albums, or who knows what. And they might be a charge for that, maybe not. So I will say that they might be a little higher in price for it. At least that's my opinion.
Yeah, that's what I would think too. And when I looked it on up, it said yes, they often cost more. If you're into the theme, the perks and experience usually make it worth the price.
Yeah.
Which that would I would expect. And I see Roxy has joined us, and so has Anthony on the move.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
I mean, Billy, Roxy, and Antonio. ¿Qué pasa, Antonio? Going back to your first question, I was gonna say that there is a theme cruise that I would love to do, and it's the Star Wars. But unfortunately, it's on Disney. Disney is too way out of my budget, and
Mm-hmm.
number two, too many kids in there. So
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like every so often I do look at Disney, and for me personally, I have an issue with paying the Disney price
Yeah.
for a 3-4 night. Meanwhile, I know for that price, if I go over to another cruise line like Carnival, Norwegian, MSC, or any other cruise lines, I can get a 7 or 8 day cruise for the exact same price.
Now, there was about a year ago, there was an advertisement, which I think it was fake anyway, that came out about Universal. Universal getting into the business of cruising now also. And if they do, if this thing really does happen, they will be bringing some kind of DC or something kind of thing to it. I might bend in and go for it. But at the same time, it all depends on the price. But it's something that I will really like to do, to be in it. But because I used to go. Don't get me wrong. When I lived in Florida, I went to Disney World a lot and in all those parks there. But we're talking 20 years ago. Now it's getting way out of hand. I don't live in Florida anymore, and I'm not gonna drive down there to get into the mess anyway. So it's been it's been a good 20 years since we've been to Disney. Now we do when we go down, we hit Universal Studios, especially Islands of Adventure. I love that park. I would love to live in that place. I even apply when they first started building it, a couple of decades ago. And I think I was offered a position at a store, something like that, but it wasn't enough to for me to move from Miami to Orlando to go live and work there. So I moved on and stay where I was. Hi, Alicia.
Yeah.
Mami. Hola, baby. Love you, my you schmooky.
Yep. And Roxy is saying I'll be on Disney which September the 1st. So it
Okay.
sounds like Roxy is going to be going on Disney.
Yep.
And welcome on in Mrs. Alice Lugo Studios, the Panda.
Mean panda. She's smiling there, but she's a mean panda.
She's a mean panda. Welcome on in.
Right?
Oh, but yeah, no, do.
She's got to be
Yeah,
on the
no,
whoosh.
but yeah, no, the theme cruises are typically more because you're gonna get more perks and value out of it, and hopefully it's
Yeah.
a theme that you like.
Like I say, the only thing I will really do on Disney will be a Star Wars, and you have to be like an adults only cruise. Otherwise, forget about it.
Hmm.
Ain't happening.
But it would,
And it's too much money for it anyway. So,
but it would be interesting if Universal did come out as a cruise line too.
oh yeah, I
That,
will be.
that I personally think that would start driving Disney down like bang to for the buck,
Yes,
and
yes, yes, and
it
yes.
would I would call it leveling out the playing field.
That's right. Yeah,
So
yep,
now you're gonna probably see the Disney prices start to drop,
yep. Because
especially
this is
if
what Disney all is doing is making profit. That's all they want to do. Make profit. They don't care about the who's going in it because they know people are going to pay for it. It's like Royal Caribbean
yep, yep,
building all these massive ships, and they all the same ship double again and another one, and it's the same thing.
and it what I find with Royal is it's who is going to have the biggest ship out there,
Yeah,
and does it really come down to about who has that biggest ship? Because at the end of the day, and this is my personal opinion, if you have the biggest ship, yes, it will be great, but it's going to cost you a heck of a lot more to run that ship than having smaller ships. And you may not be able to pull into some of the ports
yep,
because they just can't handle you because you're just too big. Like you will never, and I mean the word never, see Icon of the Seas pull into Key West.
Oh no, no,
They,
that's not
they,
gonna happen.
they can't do it because they're too big. So, but that's my personal opinion. But now, if the other cruise lines start coming up saying, you know what, we got the biggest ship, and then Royal goes and comes back and says, no, we have it.
Yeah.
It would now turn into a competition. But once again, how big is too big?
Yep.
Because it big, like I said already, the bigger you are, the more it's going to cost for you to run this ship, and it's going to increase prices, and you may not get people to jump on board. But anyways, that's getting a little off the topic, but that's my little scroll moment for the day.
Tiffany's here.
Hello, Tiffany. Welcome on in. All right, the third one is which theme cruise are most popular? Music, TV shows, LGBTQ plus, food and wine, cosplay, or others?
I will go with music and cosplay. Those two.
Those two?
Just read where I have highlighted under my name up there.
Those were pretty well ones I was thinking, but
And say hello to her.
Yes.
Okay. And then down here.
two. All right, those were pretty close, Eddie. And then what I found when I was looking was it was music, LGBTQ plus, food and wine, TV shows, wellness, and cosplay cruise are are among the most booked and talked about. So those were the most popular ones.
Wow.
I,
Wellness.
I,
Wow.
I wasn't too surprised with the LGBTQ because every cruise always has LGBTQ events.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I wasn't too surprised about that, but I haven't heard of food and wine before, and then TV fandoms and
Kind of
wellness.
chair. What you call it? Over in Princess, the one with the
Love boat.
ship, Lobo. That will be a TV fandom.
Yeah, yeah. I haven't really heard too much of them, but for for the LGBTQ, that is something that's very common on every cruise you go on, even the regular cruises.
Yeah, they
Like,
have whole sections and stuff during the day. Like at 4 p.m. they're gonna get together at this place to do that. So yeah,
and from what I recall, it's all self-run.
yeah,
So it's like a self-run. So it's mainly you just kind of do things on your own. It's more of a gather and meet, more like.
yeah. Hi, baby.
But
Pebbles is walking in here saying, "Give me some attention."
yeah, well, my little Max is just lying down on the bed,
Oh, what a bum.
hugging my bed. But we're gonna quickly dive over here into the chat. I left off with Tiffany, and Roxy is saying, "Does a Stars Trek cruise? I mean, a crew."
No, she already did it again.
And then she redid. Oh, she redid. Okay, there's a Star Trek cruise.
No, not my cup of tea. I'm a Star Wars fan. I'm not a Trekkie.
Yeah, I haven't.
I do like the new Star Trek movies with Chris Pine, but the rest no.
Yeah, and as a reminder, if you come on over to my chat, there is a poll in the chat. So please head on over and check out that poll and cast your votes. All right, moving on to number 4. Have you ever joined a theme cruise? What was your experience like? Hit or miss? For me, I've never done it. Maybe one day I might try it, and then it might be a like, it might be a miss. I don't know. I can't speak of that right now. And
Wow, one of the pastors from Alice Church is here. Hey, what's up, Mr. Minga? How you doing? Welcome in. Welcome to Rob's live here. We're talking about cruising themes.
yeah, and hello, the bud
Hey,
file.
see the butt files.
I almost said blood. The blood files.
I knew
It's not the blood. It's the bud.
the bud.
The bud. And hello, Mr.
Pastor
Pastor.
Minga. Yeah. Pastor Larry Minga. How you doing? So, Rob, be nice.
Oh, I'll try to be nice.
I like to collect my brownies on Sunday when I go there to visit once in a while.
Get your brownie points.
Yeah, my brownie points. Even though Alice gets them before me, but just saying.
She steals them all up before you even get a chance.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah. All right.
You know,
So
I haven't joined a theme cruise, and I hope if I ever do, that is a good cruise, because otherwise it'd be a waste of money.
well, for me, any cruise is always going to be a good cruise because it means I'm not at work.
Well, yeah, true.
I'm actually doing something I'm actually enjoying, and I might be up doing an Eddie Lugo doing this.
Amen to that. I do that 24/7.
Especially when you got this guy around. Um, you know you're gonna have the camera up, and it's always gonna be on camera. So, but when I
Yep.
looked up the answer, that my friend ChatGPT gave me,
Mm,
it came up with the answer of, if you love the theme, it's usually a hit. If not, it can feel limited. Do your research before booking.
true.
Which, when you talk about booking, it is always great to have a cruise agent book it for you, like a travel agent, because it actually doesn't cost you anything extra to use a travel agent.
True.
And if they are charging you to use their services, do yourself a favor, run the opposite direction.
Get out.
Get out.
Don't,
Because
don't sign on a dotted line.
they should not be charging you at all, because
The cruise companies pay the travel agents, not you. So
the cruise lines are paying that travel agent. So it's like them getting double paid. So
no.
that's a big no-no. But I would definitely look into some theme cruises for the upcoming years. But right now, my schedule is actually pretty well jam-packed with talking about cruising. Like, I'm already starting to book into 2027. That's how far out I'm booking.
Well, we have one for 27 already in February.
Hmm.
The Unhinged.
Yeah, and before I know it, I will probably be, by the end of the year, I'll probably be starting to look into 2028 sailings. By the end of the year, I'll probably be looking into those, which I always book far out in advance. That's just the way how I like to book.
Okay.
One of these days, I will maybe get onto a theme cruise when I see the right opportunity. But of course, like it said, it's got to be a theme that you're into.
Yeah.
And I highly doubt it will be a closed optional cruise. I doubt it will ever be that, because they do exist. But we will not be having that kind of talk on this kind of live stream. Maybe if we go to an after dark live stream, like
You mean like the usual suspects coming
like
up at 9 p.m.?
the usual suspects,
Oh,
could be a topic that could
yeah.
potentially be brought up, because anything
Hmm.
goes after dark, and you never know who is what's going to say next.
That's right.
And of course, the unusual suspects is coming up later on tonight in about 30 minutes or so.
Yep.
So you'll see Mr. Host Eddie Lugo Studios there with a whole bunch of hooligans, as he likes to put it.
Like he says, a bunch of usual suspects, doing shenanigans.
Yes, sirree. All right, let's dive into number 5. Do theme cruises offer exclusive perks or events not available on regular sailings?
We'll say that most definitely they better. It has to be something different than the regular cruise because otherwise, why waste your time or your extra money?
I would be saying the exact same thing, because if you're paying extra money just to have that experience, I would expect to have that experience
That's right.
that you won't find on a typical normal cruise.
Yep.
And when I looked up that answer,
Hi, Lisa.
it said yes, expense private shows, meetups, panels, and theme parties not available on typical cruises. So,
Yeah, that's one thing. It will definitely be like those private panels. Let's say like a Star Wars show, depending on who's in there, the actors that will be in the cruise. They will probably have a meetup somewhere down the line at a maybe at a theater or main area, maybe one of the NDRs. They're closer down just for that, and well, they be having a few tables, talk about what's going on with their galaxy or whatever that's happening, and then hopefully you get the chance to take pictures and stuff with them and autographs and stuff.
yeah.
That will be one nice thing to do.
Yep. And hello, Lisa. Welcome on in. And it looks like somebody got a super chat.
Thank you, Lisa. Thank you very much appreciated.
Mr. Eddie Lugo got 99 cents.
Amen. Thank you, much appreciated, my dear.
I
Thank you.
know I can't get super chats right now. Keyword is yet.
Yeah, don't worry.
So working towards that 3K, so I can get I think they call it somewhat monetized
I would call it somewhat penitized.
or penitized.
Remember, this is a business of pennies. This is not a business of dollars, unless you're way up there, you know.
Yes. All right.
And that I will see.
So that is that. We covered number 5 already, and now we are down to the promo. So, even though this is not a themed cruise, it is a somewhat group cruise, we're going to call it. And it's happening this year in October on Grandeur of the Seas out of Tampa, Florida. So here's that promo, and we'll talk all about it later on.
The Booze Cruise 3.
And yes, that is the Booze Cruise 3.0. sailing this year out of Tampa, Florida on Grand of the Seas. So if you're interested, please do reach out to any travel agent or even myself, and I will get you booked.
Hi, Lisa and Jan. They're here too. Hello, hello.
And
And Anthony's back.
we're gonna dive right back into the chat. Let me just see where I left off. Do. Lisa is saying yo yo Eddie and Rob. Wait, no, it's new. No one else new into the chat. And of course, if you haven't already,
Laram is asking if you're an agent, so
yes, Larry, I am a travel agent,
let it know where you're located also
and
and how to get in touch with you.
you can reach me at rodwithcruisebrothers@gmail.com, and I'm based out of Toronto area. And do I have the agency stuff listed here? I probably should somewhere. If not, then I have to find it. Pretty sure I have it here.
I'm gonna go say hi.
Hola. Hi, Pickles.
Looks like I don't have that there. So yeah, if you just reach me at Rob with cruisebrothers@gmail.com, we can get you or anyone else booked, and I'll make a little note thing here so I can put it up for the next live stream. All right, to number 6. Make sure I'm on number 6. Yes. Okay. Can anyone still enjoy a themed cruise if they're not hardcore fans of the theme? Eddie, what do you think?
I will say yes, but I mean, when you have a theme cruise, most of the people that are going to be in the cruise is because of the theme. So they're definitely going to be fans. How hardcore are they? Well, they're about to find out. But there's always a few tag-alongs that come along, and they might not be as much fun, but they should have no matter what, they should have a good time. Even if there's a cruise going on too. Remember, you're there for a theme, but at the same time, there's a cruise happening, so not everything is going to be taken over. Just a few sections of the ship are going to be taken for the whatever's happening on that different nights or days, and then but the rest of the time you're free to do what you're there for vacation anyway, so you get to do whatever you want. Buffets and all that should be open at the same time, and you go to your dining time, whichever time you prefer, and also when you stop at ports, you're free to go and about your business and do your thing. So, Randy.
Yeah, those are definitely things that I was thinking along the line too, because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, you are still having a cruise,
Yep. No
and
matter what.
even though, say, Alice likes this type of theme, but yourself, Eddie, you're not too much into it, you're still going to spend the time with Alice or spend the time with whoever happens to be with. And you're still going to have a good time because you're spending the time with someone that you're traveling with.
Yeah.
So I see that you can still have a good time, because at the end of the day, the way I look at it is you make it, and it might not work fully correctly, but it's along the lines of you get what you make out of it.
It's like when people complain, "Oh, this thing happened, this thing, whatever." No, you're not letting that. You're the one who's not letting it happen. You're the one who's holding yourself back, because not everybody's gonna have the same experience. It's like you filming the video, I'm filming the video. It's gonna be two different points of view, no matter what.
Two different points of views, two different angles, because maybe it's
Yeah.
the way the angle you got, it wasn't a great view, or the angle I got, it was a great view.
Yeah. So yeah, there you go.
And even though it's not related to theme, An example would be when me and my buddy went down to New Orleans for 1.0, the hotel room.
Yeah.
We were having a hard time getting into the hotel room. Once we got into the hotel room, because the card mechanism was not working, so they had to fix it. Once we got into the hotel room, then there was an issue with the plumbing, so we had to get them to move us to another room because there was an issue with that room. Now we could have went down and just be completely a-holes about it, but we weren't. We told them what the issue is, and we just kept it moving politely. And because at the end of the day, when, like I mentioned about going down and talking about guest services, if you're polite with them, they're more keen wanting to work with you. Versus being an a-hole, they
Yeah.
are less keen to wanting to work with you. So at the end of the day, the main point I'm coming out with, and Eddie's too, by the sounds of it, is if you are making good vibes out of it, you can have a good cruise. So it's just that simple. But when I looked it on up, it came up with the answer. Yes, it is a light theme or partial character. Full theme cruise may feel intense if you're not a fan.
I mean, if you go to one of these cruises and you didn't have a good time, you did not do your research. So it's on you.
Yeah, it falls on you. All right, we're gonna dive back into the chat, and I'm gonna search. Where did I leave on off? Do.
Randy's here now.
We're gonna start off with here. Lisa Cruz Adventures saying hello to Alice JJ Adventures.
That's Jan.
Yeah, which is Jan. Lisa's also saying, Eddie, you sent the link yet? Yes, he
Yep.
has sent the link. I want a slot, lol.
See, that's another thing. When they do slots on a cruise, if it's a group cruise, I don't usually go. When they do bar crawl, me and Alice don't go. We go someplace else. We go do trivia or go hang out in the buffet or something. There's always something else to do. So
Yeah. Well, I try on 1.0. I tried the slot, and it was fun.
yeah,
And the bar crawl, it was lit. I'm going to use the word lit. And if you don't know what I mean all by that, please look into my Booze Cruise 1.0 stream on the Glory, and you'll see the video. It was a live stream, but it was fun, but not something I would want to do on every cruise. It was a fun experience, but I wouldn't do it every cruise.
yeah.
Scroll Nest Randy is here. Welcome on in.
Randall.
Lisa is saying, how are you feeling, Scroll Nest? Steve, I got grades. Alice is saying hello to Scroll Nest. JJ Jan saying hello. All right, so let's go on back over to the clickers. And number 7 is, what are the pros and cons of booking a themed cruise for your first cruise ever experience?
I don't. I don't. Mm, I don't think that would be a good idea to it being your first cruise and you booking a team cruise. I don't know about that. Unless you're a major diehard fan of what's going on that team cruise, I will not do it.
Yeah,
Nope.
I would probably be saying the exact same lines, because you're not quite too sure. Do you actually enjoy cruising?
Yeah.
And most theme cruises are at least a minimum of 7 nights.
Yeah.
You're not going to find like a 3 night theme cruise or a 4 night theme cruise. You're not going to see that. It's going to be at least 7 nights, if not more. But when I looked it on up for the answer, it said pro, fun, and unique. Con is less freedom and higher costs. Might overwhelm cruise newbies.
There you go.
So it's recommending that you don't do that as your first cruise
Yeah.
because it could be overwhelming.
I will not. I
And,
will not advise it anyway. So
and if someone told me this is my very first cruise ever and they were going to be doing a theme one, I'd be saying, like, how much of a diehard are you in this? Because if you like it, but you're not a full diehard, I wouldn't really fully recommend it. Because at the end of the day, we as the travel agents, we want to make sure that you have the most best and fun experience possible. Because at the end of the day, let's be straight up. We want you to book another cruise.
amen to that.
Like,
Especially with you, if they book the first one with you, hopefully the second one will be with you again.
hopefully we'll be with the same agent again because
Yeah.
we want to keep booking you. And because at the end of the day, that's how we get our commission. We get paid. So we want to make sure you have a fun time, because if you don't have a fun time, somehow it finds its way and it comes back on us, and then we feel bad that you didn't have a good time. Number 8.
Amen.
And before we start talking about number 8, as a reminder, there is a poll on my live stream talking about theme cruises, if you would book one, or if you have. Yes, no, maybe, or if you already have done one before.
Lisa does have a question.
And we'll just cover that question before we talk about number 8. Let me find that question. Right here, I believe it is.
Yeah.
When you say theme, you mean like a superhero theme cruise or a specialty cruise? Yes. So it'd be like we're talking like um Star Wars or an 80s cruise, stuff like that. That's what we're talking about theme. Not like Halloween or Valentine's. Not stuff like that. That's what we mean by it. Or even like a rock band or something like that.
Mhm.
Those would be some other examples of a themed cruise. All right, number 8. Is it better to go with a group of friends or solo on a themed cruise, and why?
I will definitely be in a group. If it's your first cruise too, don't go by yourself. Always go with somebody else, especially in a team cruise, because there's gonna be a lot of people there.
I would be saying the same thing, like, because chances are, whatever theme that you are typically into, there's a good, I'm not saying always, because everybody's different, but there's a
Yeah.
good chance that your friend or family, that whoever you're going to go with, they're into that theme too. So it will make that trip even more valuable to you,
That experience, yes.
and the experience will also be there more, because it will be more of a life experience for you, and you get to experience it together instead of by yourself.
Yep.
But when I looked up that answer on our dear friend ChatGPT, it came up with the answer of friends make it more fun, but solo cruisers can enjoy it too. Many theme cruise welcome solo travelers. So you can do it solo, but I find, and Eddie's saying that you will probably enjoy it a lot more if you have somebody with you, whether it be family, friends, maybe even a colleague. All right, number 9. Uh, do theme cruise tend to sell out faster or have more hype than substance? Eddie?
I think I will say they sell pretty good. You know, they sell pretty quick. I don't know how fast they're gonna sell, but depending on who it is, they tend to sell pretty good. And when it comes to a rock band, sometimes it might be a little slow or whatever, but they tend to sell. I don't know if they will sell full capacity, but they do.
I would say because the same thing because it all depends upon what kind of theme cruise are you talking. Are you
Yeah.
talking about a rock band? Are you talking about a cast from a movie or a show? Like it all depends, and some will sell out faster than others.
Yep.
So it all depends upon what kind of theme it's going to be on the speed itself. It's like if I said, for example, the Love Boat cruise is from this date to this date, it could sell out just like that versus a Star Wars cruise.
Yeah.
So it all depends upon the theme. But when I looked that answer on up, it said some sell out fast, especially with big stars. Others are more hype than
Substance.
substance. Read reviews first.
Yeah.
So
Like you could have a Star Wars themed cruise, and all you get is the I don't know the second row actors or something like that, and then you could have another theme cruise where it's all the major players. So sometimes you have to really read that going on with it before you book because it doesn't mean because it's Star Wars that all the big guys are going to be there. You know.
yeah, exactly because you may not get all the big people.
Yep.
You could get the remake players, and it won't be the original ones.
Hmm.
So it could make a big difference. And we're going to dive over the chat and then we're going to cover the last point and then we will finally close out the poll. So if you haven't already, please head on over to my channel, Cruising on the High Seas and Travel, and cast your vote. And I was just saying hello to JJ Adventures, Janice. So we're going to dive back over to number 9. Well, we covered number 9 already, so let's go to number 10. All right. Would you recommend a themed cruise over a traditional cruise for a special occasion like a birthday or honeymoon?
For a honeymoon, no. Unless the couple that got married is very hardcore fans, then probably a birthday might be a nice cruise to do. And again, it all depends on the person, the age, you know. So not
Yep.
everybody likes what you like. So sometimes you gotta be careful.
Yep. Exactly. Like it. That was the lines I was thinking too, because your partner has to like the exact same kind of theme that you like. Because, like I've already said, you may like Star Wars, your partner may not like Star Wars.
Like me, I'm a hardcore Star Wars fan. As Alice, she's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. So yeah,
And so it to me, I call that a hit and miss.
no.
And same thing with as a birthday. Like it all depends upon what do you like and what do your friends like, because you want your friends and family with you on the cruise. So
That's right.
if they like that stuff too, then it would be a good thing. But if they're not much really into it, then maybe you should save it for another time when it's going to be just you and the ones that like it. You could just do a getaway and do that type of cruise.
Mhm.
And especially
Definitely.
once again, I wouldn't recommend it to be your very first cruise.
No.
I just wouldn't recommend that. But anyways, the answer that our friend ChatGPT came on up here with is only if the theme matches your passion for romance. A tradition cruise may offer more flexibility and calm.
Yep. If you're there on a honeymoon, you don't want to be bothered with theme cruises or anything like that. You are there to have a good time and let it loose.
Let it loose. Yep. And with what I find with theme cruises is you are more attentive running around the vessel to make sure you hit up all the possible things that you can see and do, and
Yeah.
hopefully because there's going to also be meet and greets going on.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Definitely, because why would they bring all these characters, actors, wherever it may be, on board and have no meet up greets? So, do you really want to be running around on your honeymoon to try and meet up with them? It may sound fun because hey, I'm getting to meet Luke Skywalker.
I got to meet him in a few years back in Orlando. Mr. Mark Hamill.
Hmm.
Went there for the 40th what you might call it, Star Wars thing. With I brought my son from I flew him from Puerto Rico to Miami, and then picked him up in Miami, and then we drove to Orlando for the 40th anniversary uh, uh, cosplay that they had there in Orlando.
Yeah.
We had to meet Mark Hamill and Ray Parker, the guy that did. Jesus, the name escapes my mind. Uh, Darth Maul, the double blaze lightsaber. So it was fun and a lot of crazy stuff there. So a hell of a good thing that we went to. I liked it.
Yeah. But yeah, no, like I wouldn't want to be running around the vessel to try and do all this stuff. Like to me, it's more about for me, it's all about more relax and
Yeah,
rest and
definitely.
enjoy the moment of typically for me it's the week
Yep.
and just enjoy because when I come back home, it's nothing but back to the grind and let's start piling that money back up again so I can do this all over again. But we're gonna start wrapping some things up quickly here. And of course, I haven't advertised this for a good while. If you want to, you don't have to, but it's totally up to you. If you like to send something to me, you absolutely can. And here is the information so you know where to send it to. Who knows when I'll get it because supposedly my carrier's Canada Post is going to be going back on strike. Who knows? But it'll eventually get itself to me. And of course, I'll open up live here on air for you all in a live stream. And then, and that's the end of the wrap of the cookie. And last but not least, uh, is there a theme cruise right now or let's try that again. Is there a theme cruise right for you or just hype? Let us know in the comments section. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more cruise tips every single week. And of course, we do have that poll, so we're going to end that poll. And we're going to look at the results. Uh, Janice is saying we just went to enjoy our cruise, which I totally agree. And she is also saying, great information, Rob. Nice research, and thanks for sharing your opinions. And for the poll, we had 50% say yes, no at 50%, and maybe and already have are at 0%, and we only had 4 votes. So it's like a 50-50 split. So finally, but not least, until next time, I'll see you all on the high seas or wherever travels may take us. Until then, bye for now, and we hope to see you over in the Unusual Suspects coming up in under 2 minutes. And you can catch that live stream here on this very channel or on many other channels. So we'll hope to see you there. Until then, bye for now.